Hi everyone, I'm Rachel and I'm a transformational life coach. I work mainly with human design and I wanted to share with you today the magic of human design. Some of you may have heard of it, some of you might be completely new to it, some of you might be like me and be completely obsessed with it. Some of you might have seen your chart, been completely confused and not looked back. Some of you might have dived in, some of you might have done some work on it. We're all at different places in our journey. So I'm going to start at the beginning. What is human design? Human design is the science of the aura. In short, in my terms, it's like knowing your star sign, but on steroids, lots of them. Essentially, human design is a mix of astrology, I Ching, Kabbalah, chakras, and quantum physics. It is your personal energetic blueprint. When I first delved into my chart, it completely blew my mind. It was like a complete stranger had climbed inside my body and told me every part of me. And I was just like a deer in the headlights. The more I learned, the more it blew my mind. But like many people, I went down the rabbit hole. And I went down the rabbit hole hard. I wanted to know more and more and more. And I wanted to learn all of the things. How could this simple system be telling me all of these things that I could resonate with? It was like light bulb after light bulb. It was like aha moment after aha moment. And it literally blew my mind. The problem was that learning all of the pieces, nothing changed. It was like diving in over here and going, oh my God, that's incredible. And then over here and, oh my God, that's amazing. And over here and over here. And then that was it for me. There was no more, there was no transformation. There was no magic. It was just really fascinating and interesting and really cool. But 6 months later, human design popped up into my world again. And I was like, oh my God, I remember this. Let me have another look. Only this time I've done it step by step. I worked with a coach. I've worked with numerous coaches since, and I've dived really deep into my human design. But I have done it in a way that has allowed me to embody it piece by piece, rather than jumping into the rabbit hole and trying to learn all of the things and it blowing my mind along the way. It's still blown my mind along the way, but I have embodied it step by step. And it has been the most magical, transformational journey of my life so far. And I just knew that I needed to bring this into my work and I needed to give this magic to other people because it is game changing, it's life changing, it's everything. Human design gives you specific tools on how you are specifically designed to be, to operate in the world, to navigate the world, to make decisions, you can literally see it's like doing all of the mindset work and all of the incredible work that we do, but having this confirmation alongside it, having this permission slip. We are so conditioned to follow the crowd, to follow strategies that are made by other people. And those strategies worked for them, but they might not be designed to work for you. You are designed to be you, and you are designed to operate and navigate and work like you. And sometimes we don't know what that looks like, and we don't know what that is. And we spend our lives following the crowd. How many times have you bought into a course with a fixed strategy, or you've bought the blueprints and you've tried to follow it, but it didn't work for you? So you've gone to try another, and so on and so forth. We constantly try and fit ourselves into other people's boxes. To be successful, we must do this. We must be like this. It must look like this. To create this part of my life that I desire, I must do this. It must look like this, etc. But we're designed to be different. We are all designed to be different. And human design is the permission slip that you need to show you that that's not the case, that you are not designed to do things the same as everybody else. One of my favorite facts, pieces of information, quotes, however you want to look at it, is that the chance of you being you is 400 trillion to 1. You are more likely to be struck by lightning 14 times than you are just being you. If that isn't confirmation enough that every single piece of you is there on purpose, then human design will convince you that it is. Because every part of you is there on purpose. The parts of you that were told to be quiet, the parts of you that you're scared to show, the parts of you that you think are a little bit strange or a little bit different, the parts that you hide away, they're all there on purpose. Everything you love, everything you hate, your passions, your desires, the things you want for your future, the things you enjoy doing, all of it, it's there on purpose. And this is why my branding is rainbow. And that's because I believe, and human design kind of backs me up on this, that we are full of beautiful colors. Every single one of us has all of these beautiful, glorious colors and sparkles inside of us. But we're also scared to show them because our beautiful colors and sparkles aren't the same as somebody else's. And then we feel like we don't fit in. And then we feel like we need to hide parts of us. We feel like parts of it might not be accepted. Your red might be too bold. Your blue might be too dull. So we cover ourselves with a black cloak because everybody else has a black cloak on. And we walk around the world just trying to fit in. And we follow the blueprints, the strategies that everybody else tells us that we need to make life look the way we want it to look. Human design gives you permission to lift the cloak, to embrace every part of you, to love every part of you. It is, to me, a form of radical self-love because you are given the opportunity to really, really see yourself and to really have that confidence to step into the world in your authenticity and your truth. Human design shows that how you are made up and all of the nuances and colors and pieces of you. And it all starts with your type. Human design is separated into 5 different types. Each type has differences, works in different ways, has different ways of knowing when they're in alignment and when they're not. And before you dive into all the nuances of your design, knowing your type and embodying your type is transformational. And it is the foundational piece that you will always come back to. It is the piece that you carry with you every day in your daily life. So that's what we're going to look at today. Before you start looking into all of the other nuances and pieces of your design, having this really strong foundation will help the other pieces be in alignment. It will help you resonate. It will help you connect to the other pieces when you really know and embody your type and you have that strong foundation. And you can learn so much from this alone. For example, 70% of the population is made up of generator types. Generator types are the only types of a defined sacral, and the sacral is like a battery pack. So generator types are the only types that have consistent access to life force energy. So generator types can go. If you're any other type than a generator type and you're trying to fit into a generator world, you are going to push yourself into burnout because you're not designed to work like that. You're not designed to just keep showing up. You're not designed to just keep going. You're not designed to push yourself. So that alone can change everything. It's all about working smarter. It's all about living in alignment. It's all about energy management. It is all about transformation and you really being able to be you. Alignment on a whole nother level, right? And this already is going to be mind-blowing. So let's take a look at the different types. I'm going to start with the manifestor. So the manifestor is about 8% of the population. And if you are a manifestor, you are here to initiate. You're here to break the rules. You're here to get the party started. You're here to create your own path. Manifestors come flying in with their big, bold energy, their creative ideas, but then they need to rest. And these big, bold, creative ideas can sometimes be a little bit scary. They come with a big surge of energy so that you can get this idea and this creation out into the world. But sometimes you might feel like the world isn't ready for what you've got to say. You might have been told that you need to calm it down a little bit. If you're a manifestor, you're not here to calm it down a little bit. You're here to be big and bold. You're here to initiate. You're here to follow that creative surge, that surge of energy, and get your creations out into the world. You're not here to follow a path. You're here to create your own. And those that are with you are going to follow that path with you. If you're a manifestor, you make decisions based on what feels good, what gives you that surge of high energy and motivation. You're also here to inform. So it's really important that when you have this surge, you inform other people. This is what I'm going to do next. This is how this is going to look. This is the next step for me. And then go in all guns blazing. You are a trailblazer. Create that path and go, go, go. You're not here to fit a mold in any way, shape, or form. You're here to create a new one. You're here to blast them out of the water. You are the only type that doesn't need an external thing to respond to or to wait for. You're here to literally initiate. You go first. You're not here to wait for anything outside of you. You just go. You feel the urge, you get the idea, you get fueled by inspiration, and you go forth with your surge of energy. You then need to rest, and you need to allow yourself to rest without feeling lazy, without feeling like the only way to be successful is to keep on going, but to allow yourself to deeply rest when you feel like you need to surge when the creative surge is there, and to rest when it isn't. Because it's in those moments of rest that your next creative surge, your next high energy, your next burst of power, that's where it's going to come from if you really allow yourself to switch off and rest. A manifestor's signature, which is the sign, so each type has a signature and a not self theme. Your signature is the feeling that you're meant to feel, the emotion that shows that you are in alignment and you're doing what you're here to do. Your not self theme is here to show you where you're out of alignment. That's the thing that you feel that shows you that everything's a little bit wonky. So as a manifestor, your signature is peace. You're here to feel peace. And your not self theme is anger. So if you find yourself getting angry, snappy, maybe even leading into rage, this normally only happens when the anger and the initial irritability has not been noticed or addressed. That can then lead into kind of flipping out and rage. And that comes when there's something wonky in your energy. So when that starts happening, look at what's causing it. Why are you feeling this way? What is causing that for you? Are you pushing when it's time to rest? Because that's normally what happens in a manifestor cycle. So do you see how just knowing your type can show you so much? So if you're a manifestor, what brings you peace? Follow what brings you peace. Tune into your rest. Run with big, bold surges of energy. Stop worrying about what people think and just be big and bold and you. And when you're creating that anger, when you're feeling that anger, that irritability, look at what needs to move. Look at what needs to change. Look at where your energy isn't quite going, where is in the right places and where you want it to. And how can you bring that back to peace? Now we're going to look at the generators. Now I say generators because there are two different types of generator. There is the generator and the manifesting generator. The aura of both of these types is a generator aura. And your strategy as a generator type is to respond. For you, You are sacral beings. So manifesting generators are 33% and generators are 37% of the population. So generator types, 70% of the population. And you are run by your sacral. You are here to respond from your sacral. It's either a yes or it's a no. It works very binary. It's either this or it's that. It's either yes or it's no. So when you're making decisions, when you're feeling into what's next for you, what feels right for you, it doesn't come from up here. It comes from in your sacral. Your body will know when it's a hell yes and when it's a no. And if it's a maybe, it's a no. Anything short of a hell yes is a no. Because sometimes we can have that, I'm not really sure. It feels quite good, but maybe this and maybe that. That's your mind trying to turn your sacral on. Your sacral is like a battery pack, and the yes is what fuels it. The yeses are what turn it on. So when you are out in the world and you're responding to things, you will know, is this right for me? Yes or no? Do I go here or do I go here? It's as simple as that. And you literally use your sacral to guide you. And that can sound really scary because we are very, very conditioned to spend this life in our heads, to make logical, linear decisions that make sense. We're sacral beings. We're not here to make sense. We're here to just, this is a yes and this is a no, and what feels like a yes and what feels like a no, and literally allow your sacral to guide you. If you are a generator type, you are the only type that has access to this battery pack. And because you have this sacral energy, it can be really easy to feel like you have this never-ending energy. And it's very easy to get caught up in saying yes to things that are really a no. The problem is that when we do that, when you spend your energy saying yes to things that are a no, it really brings your energy back in, constricts your energy, and it really depletes the battery pack. The battery pack is fueled by the yeses that are yeses. So the more things that you say yes to, the more things you follow that light you up, the more energy you're going to have. The main difference between a generator and a manifesting generator is that the Mani-Gen is the queen of multitasking. The generator is designed to really become the master of something. So if you are in business, for example, you are going to have quite a, this is your thing and this is your thing. A manifesting generator is designed to be a bit over here and a bit over here and a bit over here and a bit over here. Manifesting generators are designed to move fast. So that is the main difference. The other difference is a manifesting generator has something called a moment of truth. A generator, when a generator makes a decision, they go all in. A manifesting generator has this extra piece, which is called the moment of truth. So you've made a decision, your sacral has said, hell yes, your sacral has turned on. You then get to try it on. So you get to kind of sample it and see what it feels like before you commit yourself. So if in business, for example, this might look like putting a post out saying, so I'm thinking about running a retreat, who would be interested? Once you've put that out there, you could kind of really feel into, does this still feel good for me? Does this not feel good for me anymore? And you can really play with that energy because you have this moment of truth. And when it's out there and your sacral is still like a hell yeah, then you can literally like, I know I'm on board and now I'm all guns blazing and I'm ready to go. Your signature, if as both generator types, okay, your signature is satisfaction. You are here to follow what lights you up. You are here to follow what makes you feel satisfied. Your not self theme is frustration. So again, when that frustration starts showing up, what is causing this? Where am I saying yes to things that are really a no? What do I need to move? What do I need to change up? What do I need to let go of to release this frustration? And it's easy with your sacral response because you can check in. Is this still a yes? Is this still a no? You see? Now the projector. Projectors make up about 21% of the population. I'm hoping that I'm getting my maths right here. 78, yeah, about 21% of the population. I'm just making sure my maths is correct. So projectors make up about 21% of the population. Projectors like to learn, and then they like to impart their wisdom. If you are a projector, you are the guide. Unlike the generators, you don't have consistent access to energy. So like the manifestors, you need to rest. When it comes to work, you're only really designed to have an output of 3 to 4 hours a day. It's a bit different to the manifestors because the manifestors will have a big surge of energy and then they'll have a deep rest. And this is how their energy moves and how it goes. As a projector, you will have surge, you will have energy rest. The dips are a lot smaller and a lot more frequent. So when it comes to work, you're designed to have an output of about 3 to 4 hours a day. But as a projector, you can achieve in those 3 to 4 hours what everyone else can achieve in a full day. Not necessarily because you work fast, but you're designed to work smarter. You have a mind that sees things differently to everybody else. You can see a situation differently to everyone else. And I tend to really relate this to, my husband is a projector. And the example that I always use when I'm talking about projectors is it's like having a manual. And as a projector, you know exactly what page to go to, while everyone else is still flicking through page 1. So, prime example, he's at work. He's getting really frustrated with the fact that it's taken 5 people to look at this boiler all day. What is going on? How have they not managed to fix this thing yet? Okay. So he goes in within 20 minutes. He's figured it out. He's fixed it. It's done. This isn't because he's a genius. Of course he is. But this is because he's a projector. This is because they have the manual and they're looking at page 1 and 2 and they're going through the book. Could it be this? Could it be this? Could it be this? Let's try that. Let's try this. As a projector, you have like this really laser focused vision and you can just see it. He can just look at things and go, it's this. And learning that he is a projector has really changed how our relationship works, because I used to constantly be following him like, how do you even know that? Like, it might be something in the garden or it might be something with the car. Like, you don't know anything about cars. How do you even know that it could be coming from there or it could be this? Like, what even directed you there? That doesn't make any sense. So I kind of had no trust in his judgment sometimes because I used to think it was a little bit flaky, because how would you even know that? Whereas now I'm like, you just know. If you're a projector, you can just see things differently. You are designed to see a solution quickly. You are designed to see deep, laser focused into others, into situations, into solutions. If you imagine like all of the types in a jungle, all the other types are walking on the jungle floor, doing their thing. The projector is flying high. They can see further ahead. They can see where you need to turn around, where you need to use your energy more efficiently, how something is going to work out better for you. Even though he knows very little about my business because all of this stuff goes straight over his head and he thinks I'm a little bit hippie and nuts, he will say to me, I'll be like, oh my God, I don't know how to do this thing. And he's like, well, why don't you try this and why don't you try that? I always go to him for guidance because he can see the things I can't. So if you're a projector, you have this gift and it is like an inner wisdom that you can just see things differently to everybody else. And when you really harness that gift, it can be magical. And it means that you can show up and you can do this work and you can do it in lightning speed because you just go in and you know what needs to be done. If you are a coach that works with clients, then you have this laser focus on, you can see what it is and you know what to do. you are here, your strategy is here to wait for the invitation. So because you have this laser focused wisdom, this gift, some people, you're going to want to share it everywhere. You probably have, if you're resonating with the things that I'm saying, you'll probably be able to pick up where you have said to people before, I can see what's going on here, you should do this. And people have gone, but I don't want to do that. Why are you getting involved? Or they've not necessarily accepted and appreciated your gift and your wisdom. And this is why you're designed to wait for the invitation. You're designed to wait for somebody to say, any idea what I can do here? Or if you're running a business online, to send you a message, to ask you a question, to comment or like your post. That's an invitation for you to share, because they've come into your space and they're looking for more, and you can share. If somebody says to you, I don't know what to do about this, have you got any advice? That's your invitation to share. I'm not saying sit at home and wait for like this all singing, all dancing invitation to come through the post. An invitation can look multiple different ways, but you're here to wait for that invitation, because then that space is being opened up for you to share your laser focused gift and wisdom. So people are then going to accept it and appreciate it, which leads me into your signature, which is success. When you do this and you are appreciated for the guidance you have given, you feel success. You are designed to feel successful in the wisdom and the guidance that you deliver. Your not self theme is bitterness, and this can normally be created from giving this stuff out and it not being accepted or taken on board or appreciated. And now we move on to the reflector. Reflectors make up 1% of the population. If you are a reflector, you are a rare breed, and you are the definition of a chameleon. Reflectors absolutely fascinate me. In fact, my best friend is a reflector, and when I started diving into her chart, I was just like, oh my God, it's so fascinating. If you're a reflector, you are a lunar being. So you are deeply connected to the moon. You are connected to all that is. So if you are a reflector and you have seen your human design chart before, you will notice that all of the shapes, which are known as centers, that are on your chart are white. And that is because you are a fully open channel. You are here to really feel everything. You can feel the energy of your surroundings, the people that you are around, the energy of everything. And that is how you are designed to feel into your life. You go where you feel good. You spend time with people that feel good. Kind of everything in your life is based on feeling. But the reflector part is because you're taking in energy. You take in the energy of your surroundings, or you take in the energy of what's around you, the people that you're around, and you amplify it and reflect it back out. So if you're spending time with somebody that feels triggered by you, they're triggered by a reflection of themselves. How fascinating is that? You're fully open. It is really important, if you're a reflector, to sage, to cleanse, to protect your energy, and to really release what you take on from everybody else. That is like the biggest part of your self-care that will change everything for you. Your strategy is to wait a full lunar cycle. Like I said, you are very deeply connected to the moon. And as the moon moves through the different transitions and its different phases, you will feel how that is affecting the world around you. You will feel into the energies of that. So when you're making big decisions, and I mean big decisions, I don't mean like what to have for dinner or you'll just be starving, right? When you're making big decisions, write it down. Don't rush. You're here to literally just flow with the world, okay? Wait a full 28-day lunar cycle, because during that you will have felt all of the different things throughout the month, And you will then know if come the end of those 28 days, you are still dead set and lit up and excited by this choice, then go for it. But during those 28 days, you will have felt into all the different aspects of it. You would have felt all the different things. And that is how you best discern what is right for you and what isn't. You are super connected to the world, to Mother Nature, to everything. And it is just magical. Grounding is really important for you. Even if that looks like just taking your shoes off and standing in the garden for 5 to 10 minutes a day, grounding is really important for you because you're connected and you're open and you feel everything. So really work on releasing and cleansing your energy, protecting your energy and getting that grounding in, because it will keep you connected to your own energy while still being able to kind of feel into all of your circumstances, situations, relationships, people, all of the things. The biggest thing I would say to you is don't question yourself, because you are not designed to be up here. You are designed to be all in here. Everything, all the decisions that you make, the places that you spend your time, the people that you spend your time with, where you give your energy is all based on how things feel. So step into a deep level of trust in your body of how things feel. You're a chameleon, so you are literally designed to change and adapt who you're around and where you are as well, because you're taking in the energy of others. You might spend time with a manifesting generator, for example, like when I'm a manifesting generator. So when me and my friend, who is a reflector, get together, she will bounce off of my energy because she can take in some of that sacral battery pack. So she can be really like energetic and really high vibe with me. And then once we separate, she's like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Because she's been on the go more, because she's been taking on my energy when she's with me, but when we're not together anymore. So it's really about feeling into how things feel in different times and different places. As a reflector, your signature is surprise. You are designed to just be surprised by life, to move through the different feelings and the different scenarios and situations and just allow yourself to be surprised with what comes next. Your not self theme is disappointment. So this is, again, what you need to look out for when you start feeling disappointed. Where's that coming from? What's creating that in you? What energy is it that you're taking on that is making you feel this way? So in short, okay, imagine this like a building site, okay? The manifestors create the vision. They have designed this incredible building. They know how they want it to look. It is like a completely out of the box creative design, and they are like, this is the vision. They share that vision and bring the fire energy to get everybody up and going, to get everybody inspired. Then the generators and the manifesting generators respond to this vision. They're either like, no, this isn't for me, or it's a sacral yes, and they jump on board, they get into the fire energy, and they work hard to create the vision. The generators are likely to have specific tasks, specific trades, sorry. So they're going to be the carpenters, the plumbers, the electricians. The manifesting generators are likely to kind of be able to put their hands to anything they enjoy doing. So today I feel like doing a bit of painting, so I'm going to do some painting. And oh my God, I love doing this, and I'm going to do that. So they're going to work really hard. They're going to work really fast. They're going to be able to kind of put their hand to lots of different things. The projectors are the project managers. They're the ones that are going to come in and guide everybody. This could be done better if you've done it like this. This looks amazing. Why don't we move it over here? They're going to offer their advice and their wisdom to create the best, like the best situation, to have it done in the best way. And then the reflectors are then going to come in at the end and they are going to review the finished project. They're going to feel into, yeah, this is good, or no, not so much. And in a nutshell, this is how all the types come together. So there's no types that are better than any of the others. We're all here in this lifetime, in this world, to work together in our own special ways. So do you see how you can learn so much? And obviously I've only given you a snippet today, but can you see how much you can learn from just knowing your type? And that is the very first piece of your design. There is so much more to know about your design, and there are so many nuances within it as well. So it might look like human design is trying to put you in a box, but there are so many different nuances. You can be a generator that has a different profile to another generator. You can have different defined centers you can have different gates, you can have different variables, different planets. It goes into so many different pieces that it just expands. There is so much in there. But can you see how much you can learn and how much of a transformation it can make just by knowing your type and just by embodying, actually, I'm supposed to work like this. Your chart and your design can show where you hold energy, can show where you are most likely to hold conditioning and what that conditioning might look like. It can show where your magnetism is, your personality, how the world sees you, what you're here to do, the message you're here to share, what you're here to learn, the way you're designed to manifest. Because we're all different. We're not all designed to create a vision board. We're all designed differently. And like I said earlier, learning it is one thing, embodying it and aligning to it is another level. That's where the magic comes in. That's where the transformation comes in. Just start by looking at the snippets you've heard today and see what a difference it makes. See if you can step into your type just from the few pieces that I've mentioned today and see how much clarity that gives you and awareness that gives you and how much permission it gives you to be you and work in a way that works for you instead of trying to fit yourself into a way that you think should work for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really look forward to seeing you again and to hearing from you. Don't forget, you're all amazing. You're all beautiful. Embrace all of your colors, your truth, and your authenticity, because you are here to be epic. I love you.